Hello students, welcome to Btech360 and Career360. We've recently done a video on the CSE branch and IIT cutoffs. After the JoSAA Round 2 cutoffs have come in, we actually did a video about how the CSE has performed across all IITs. Along with that, a lot of messages came to us for asking us to do all the other branches also, and especially on NITs, IIITs and GFTS also. So here we're doing the work because I keep telling you that if you want me to cover something, please write them in the message box here. And if there are too many students asking for a similar thing, then I'll try to cover that for you. So in this particular case, what I'm about to talk of is the CSE across all NITs and what's the highest closing cutoff, home state and non-home state. And that's what I'm about to show you. Before I move further, 2-3 requests I always have for you. Always, we're doing a lot of content to help students out. So if you want any help, there is a number that I'm about to talk about. Please, message us on the number and we'll be happy to talk to you. But most importantly, if you want me to cover anything, the message box is here. Write to me below the video and we'll try to cover that for you. Please do subscribe to Btech360. And more importantly, as I told you, this is the number. So if you're still not finding an admission in a college of your choice or anything, and if you need any help, if you want to talk to any of your counselors, because there are a lot of other colleges also besides what you go through JoSAA Counselling only. So if you want any help, this is a number that we opened up, which is a helpline number 8130376334. 8130376334. Just send a message Btech, and one of our counselors will call you. So what we'll do is once you type in this number, it will only go to those counselors who actually advise students on Btech only. So they will call you up and they'll try to help you out. So do send a message on this number if you need any help from us, if you're still looking out for admission in any college. Now about the round 2 cutoff is what we're talking of. We talk of NITs only. So just be very clear what is the thing here. We talk of only NITs. We talk of only CSE and allied branches, right? And we're talking of outside the home state closing rank after round 2 of JoSAA. So remember all these things. We're talking about JoSAA, which means JEE Main rank for NITs. You know that. After round 2 closing is what we're talking of. Outside the home state is what we're talking of. We're talking of CSE and allied branches, and we only talk of NITs. And we're talking of open category only. Remember that, right? So what is the data that we have? We'll have the institution name, the branch, the degree of the branch, current year's highest closing rank after round 2. Last year, what it was and last year, where did it end? By the time the round 6 happened, when the admissions were closed in this particular branch, in this particular college. That's what we're going to talk of, right? So NIT Trichy is the first one. Btech CSE, 1321 is the highest closing rank this year. Last year it was 1141, which means it's eased off in a certain sense, because you know that IITs also have launched a few things. So a lot of students might have gone there, of course, through JEE Advanced, but a lot of students would have moved because a few new branches have been started in the IITs also, and students do move there. But it is last year it was 1141 was the highest closing rank after round 2. This year it's 1321. Last year it ended with 1449. So in my opinion, this year it will end with 1600. Right. Then NIT Surathkal, Btech CSE again, 1689 this year. Last year 1546, a drop of 143 ranks. Right. It ended with 1827. So you can expect 1950 here. NIT Warangal, Btech CSE, 2335. Last year it was 2234. Again, a drop of 101 ranks. And it ended with 2409 last year by end of round 6 rather. So you can expect 2500 at least. Then NIT Surathkal again, Btech AI, 2445 is current year. Last year it was 2372. A drop of 73 ranks. Ended with 2650 last year. NIT Warangal again, Btech CSE with AI and data science, 2891 this year. Last year it was 2634, massive drop of 257 ranks. 257 ranks. This happens because some of the IITs also start AI and other programs also. So students typically move from here, and the assumption is that students who got a good rank here would have also got a good rank in JEE Advanced also. And that's where we are actually looking at these numbers. So last year it ended with 2952. This year it should end with about 3200 in my opinion. Then NIT Surathkal, Btech Information Technology, 2918 this year. Last time 2966. A swing of 48 upwards. Ended with 3160. So 3100 is what you can look for. Then NIT Surathkal again, Btech Computational and Data Science, 2973 this year. Last time 3210. A jump of 237 ranks. Right. Computational and data science and mathematics and all are really looking up this year. 3471 ended with. In my opinion, this will not go beyond 3250 this year. NIT Warangal Btech Maths and Computing 3356 this year, 3168 last year, ended with 3277. NIT Roorkela Btech CSE 3850 this year, 3156 last year, massive drop of 694. And 3431 is where it ended last year. So this year it will end with 4100 possibly. And at the Roorkela 4827, this is a new course. So whenever you have such a new course, and this is Btech Maths and Computing they have started, whenever you have such a course, then every other course below that, you will actually see a swing because the competition to that extent would get lesser. Then NIT Roorkela Btech AI 4960 this year, last year 3665, massive drop of 1295. Ended with 4448 last year. This year it will end with 5500 possibly. NIT Allahabad Btech CSE 5029 this year, last time 4433, a drop of 596 ranks, and it ended with 4594. NIT Calicut Btech CSE 5385 this year, 4846 last year, a drop of 539 ranks, and 5222 is where it ended last year. MNIT Jaipur Btech CSE 5427 this year, last time it was 4910, so a drop of 517 ranks, and it ended with 5601 last year. Moving further, MNIT Allahabad Prayagraj Mathematics and Computing Btech Maths and Computing 5676 this year, there is new course, right? So again, students will move there and the one below will actually start falling. Then MNIT Jaipur Btech AI and Data Engineering, last year it was 6067, this time it's 5700, a drop of 367 ranks, ended with 6491 last year, so you can easily assume about 7000 this year. MNIT Jaipur Btech Math and Computing 6723 this year, again a new course. BNIT Nagpur Btech CSE 6856 this year, 5935 last year, a massive drop of 921 ranks. When you actually have these new courses coming in, they'll also make sure that the competition is, I keep repeating. And ended with 6359 last year. NIT Delhi 7022 this year, last year it was 6896, a drop of 126, and ended with 6896 last year. So what it started is where it ended. NIT Kurukshetra Btech CSE 8010 this year, 6366 last year, a massive drop of 1644, ended with 7037. This year it will be about 8100 possibly. NIT Delhi Btech CSE 8088 this year, 7259 last year, 7659 is where it ended. BNIT Nagpur Btech CSE 8121 this year, it's a new course. BNIT Nagpur Btech Maths and Computing 8271 this year, it's again a new course. So these are very good new courses that have been started in the current year, largely on the CS, AI, data sciences, mathematics, and those kind of things. NIT Jamshedpur Btech CSE again 8849 this year, 8130 last year, a drop of 719. It will end with 8902 last year is what it ended. SVNIT Surat Btech CSE again 9101 this year, 7327, a drop of 1774 ranks. When you have so many courses being added, that's what happens. And it ended with 8130 last year. So this year it will end with about, in all possibility, about 10,000. Then NIT Kurukshetra 9305 this year. Last year it was 8048, a drop of 1257, ended with 8510 last year. NIT Kurukshetra again, Btech Information Technology 9889 this year, 7998 last year, a drop of 1891 ranks. Last year it ended with 8600. This year it will be about 10,100 possibly. MNIT Bhopal Btech CSE 10,058 this year, 8911 last year, 1147 is a rank drop, ended with 9249. NIT Kurukshetra Btech AI and Machine Learning 10,389 this year, 8462 last year, a drop of 1927, ended with 9204. NIT Kurukshetra Btech Math and Computing 11,002 this year, 9667 last year, a drop of 1335, 10,265 is what it ended with. NIT Durgapur Btech CSE 11,246 this year, 9,010 last year, 2,236 is the rank drop that you saw, 9,836 is where it ended with. SVNIT Surat Btech AI 11,292 this year, 9,510 last year, a massive drop of 1,782, and 10,721 is what ended, so easily 12,000 is what you can expect. Sir, SVNIT Surat Btech Math and Computing 11,322 this year, 9,638 last year, 83, a drop of 1,639, ended with 10,306. BR Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar 12,324 this year, 10,126 last year, a drop of 2198 ranks, and ended with 11,262 last year. So easily you can expect about 13,500. NIT Durgapur 12,795 this year, 11,715 last year, a drop of 1,080, and ended with 13,340 last year. NIT Hamirpur Btech CSE 12,908 this year, 11,455 last year, a drop of 1453 ranks, and ended with 12,586. So whatever is, you can actually see very, very clearly whenever the new courses are coming up, the competition at the next course level is easing off, and that seems to have happened. A lot of NITs have started maths and computing. IITs also have started a few programs across electronics, electrical, CSE, AI, data science, and all. And all those things will make sure, because in all, mind you, about 7,000-8,000 new seats have been added in the whole thing, and that you will actually see that effect across the board here. SVNIT Surat, AI 5 years integrated Btech and MTech, 13,276 this year. Last time it was 11,674, a drop of 1,602. Ended with 12,251 last year. NIT Silchar Btech CSE 13,356 this year. Last year 11,599, a drop of 1,757. Ended with 12,665. BR Ambedkar NIT Btech AI 14,277. It's a new course. BR Ambedkar NIT Btech Math and Computing 14,606 this year. Last time 14,062, a drop of 544 ranks. Ended with 15,002. BR Ambedkar NIT Btech IT 14,717 this year. Last time 13,732, a drop of 985. Ended with 14,615 last year. NIT Goa Btech CSE 15,184 this year. 12,359 last year. A massive drop of 2,825 ranks. Ended with 13,640. So you'll end with at least 17,000 the way it's going. 16,000 rather. NIT Raipur Btech CSE 15,239 this year. 12,566 last year. A drop of 2,673. And 13,559 is what it ended with. Then you have BR Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar Btech Data Science and Engineering 15,498 this year. Last time 14,123. 1,375 is the drop of ranks and ended with 14,814. NIT Patna Btech CSE 59,87 this year. 13,629 last year. A drop of 2,358 and ended with 14,996. NIT Hamirpur Btech Math and Computing 16,168 this year. 14,930 last year and a drop of 1,238. Ended with 16,238 drop. NIT Shibpur Btech CSE 17,040 this year, 14,595 last year, 16,765 is what it ended with last year. NIT Patna Btech AI and Data Science 17,061 this year. Last year it was 15,862, a drop of 1,199, and last year it ended with 16,537. NIT Raipur Btech Information Technology 17,282 this year. Last time 15,509, a drop of 1,773, ended with 16,763. NIT Kurukshetra Btech Industrial Internet of Things 18,100 this year. 16,537 last year, a drop of 1,563. NIT Puducherry Btech CSE 19,080 this year. Last year it was 17,596, a drop of 1,484. And IIT Shibpur Btech Math and Computing 20,490. It's a new course. IIT Shibpur again Btech Information Technology 21,042, drop of 2,643 because it was last year 18,399. NIT Uttarakhand Btech CSE 21,263, a drop of 4,433. It's a massive drop here because last year end of round 2 it was only 16,830, ended with 18,491 last year. So if you go by that, you're dealing with about 24,000 being the closing rank here. NIT Andhra Pradesh Btech CSE 21,465 this year. Last year it was 17,040. Again a drop of 4,425. Ended with 18,183 last year. So you'll end up with about 22,500 this year. NIT Agartala Btech CSE 23,263 this year. 20,376 last year. A drop of 2,887 ranks. NIT Meghalaya Btech CSE 25,151 this year. 22,102 last year, a drop of 3,049 ranks. NIT Srinagar Btech CSE 26,461 this year and 22,214 last year, a drop of 2,253 ranks. NIT Sikkim Btech CSE 28,662 this year, 25,441 last year, a drop of 3,221 ranks. And NIT Arunachal Pradesh Btech CSE again 29,678 this year. Last time it was 28,028, drop of 1,650 ranks, ended with 30,607. So you should be expecting about 32,000 this year. NIT Sikkim Btech AI and Machine Learning 35,73 this year, 30,573, 28,594 last year, a drop of 1,979 ranks. NIT Srinagar Btech Information Technology 33,421 this year, 30,761 last year, a drop of 2,660 ranks, and highest rank was 33,379. NIT Mizoram Btech Math and Computing 35,808 this year, 37,156 last year, a jump of 1,348. This is an exception. NIT Nagaland Btech CSE, this year is 38,079, last year was 36,109, a drop of 1,970. NIT Manipur Btech CSE, 38,906 this year, 31,384 last year, a massive drop of 7,522. NIT Mizoram Btech CSE, 39,193 this year, 33,179 last year, 6,014 is the drop. So whenever you see these 7,000 and all, it essentially means that so many seats were added that this was always the last priority, and it continues to be the last priority in terms of the way the students are behaving as far as CSE and choosing that particular institution is, and that is what is clear. NIT Calicut, BTech Math and Computing and MTech in Math and Computing. Now we're talking about dual degree programs. 7182 last year. This year, by the way, this year is 7182. It's a new course. NIT Kurukshetra CSE dual degree 9206 last year. 7283 this year. A drop of 1923. Maulana Azad MNIT Bhopal Maths and Data Science 14,452 this year. 14,299 last year. A drop of 153 ranks. NIT Hamirpur Computer Science and Engineering, dual degree, 15,756 this year, 12,980 last year, a drop of 2,776 ranks. NIT Patna, CSE with specialization in cyber security, dual degree, 18,178 this year, 16,664 last year, a drop of 1,514 ranks. NIT Patna, CSE with specialization in data science, 18,856 this year, last year it was 15,393, 3,463 is a drop. NIT Patna, Math and Computing, dual degree, 19,804 this year, 16,098 last year, a drop of 3,706 ranks. NIT Agartala, BS in Math and MS, Math and Computing, 38,820 this year, 35,560 last year, a drop of 3,260 ranks. NIT Hamirpur, CSE, dual degree, 39,799, it's a new course, right? So what we listed out at this point in time is CSE and all the allied branches that come along with CSE, across all the NITs, and we're talking of outside the home state is what we discuss here, because we're discussing the all India quota. We'll keep covering this. We've done this for the CSE branch for IITs. We covered that for NIT now. We'll also cover IIIT and GFTS also. Similarly, we'll cover many other branches also across each of these things, because students seem to be asking these questions a lot more. And our job here is to ensure that you are better informed so that you know where exactly you're likely to land up. Now, if you want to talk to any of us or any of our counselors, this is a number that we have, 8130-376334. 8130-376334. Just send a message BTech. If you're still looking for admission, any student, it can be a student who's fit for NIT or not fit for NIT, any rank, any score. If you want to study, you want to do BTech, and you're still confused or you still not got an admission, this is the number on which you can message us, and we'll be happy to have a counselor call you up, understand your issues and solve those issues, right? And please do subscribe to Btech360. Thank you so much. Namaste.